So, welcome to Business Statistics. I hope that you learn a lot this semester. I hope that you learn not just how to calculate the statistics and what they mean, although we're certainly going to spend a lot of time doing that, but I really hope that you also learn how to appropriately and correctly analyze the data that we are constantly being bombarded with in the news right now. So we are constantly being bombarded with this piece of data and this piece of data, and everyone's data contradicts the other person, and it's hard to know what is correct. And so I hope that you'll come to understand how to correctly analyze both their statistical method that they use, both their research method that they used. Was this a properly conducted research study, or did someone just design this to get the response or the answer that they want? Was this done appropriately? And then were the statistics that they applied to this, again, correct and appropriate for the data, and are the conclusions that were drawn correct based on the data? So again, I hope that we really come to understand that. So we're just going to walk through a few examples. These are real, true life examples that we've seen, and kind of talk about why this isn't the correct conclusion to draw. So this is a real headline newspaper that says, "What global warming after record amounts of snow in 2010?" Well, the problem is we can't make a conclusion based on one observation, based on one piece of data. We have to take all of the data together and examine it. So there's always going to be outliers. There are always going to be pieces of data that don't necessarily conform to the trend, but we need to look at all of the data as a whole. Just because we have record snowfall one summer doesn't negate all of the other data that says the overall temperature is steadily increasing. A gambler, and this is one that I'm going to venture to say we've all done this before, we've all made this mistake before. We tend to think of probabilities as if so the example is the gambler rolls a dice and he's convinced he's going to roll a 7 now because he hasn't rolled a 7 on the last 3 rolls. Well, probability doesn't care what you've rolled on the last 3 rolls. Probability doesn't care what you've rolled on the last 10,000 rolls. You're no more likely to roll a 7 on the next roll than you were any of the other rolls. So the probability really doesn't change based on how many times we've done this. Probability says you're going to roll a 7, is the same. So we have to, again, be careful thinking that the law of probability says, well, my bad luck can't go on forever. It really doesn't have anything to do with luck. It's just straight probability. Here, the CFO of Starbucks claims that business is picking up because sales at stores open at least a year have climbed 4% in the last quarter of 2009. The problem with this is that, again, we're only looking at a piece of the data. What the CFO of Starbucks failed to mention is that they had closed over 800 stores in the last several years. So over the last year, they've closed stores. Obviously, business isn't picking up if you've got to close 800 stores. Now, maybe business is picking up at those particular sales because you've pushed those customers that direction. But by leaving out a key piece of information, it's like they're trying to mislead us. And so we always want to be wary of that. And then last one, this is my favorite. So researchers found that infants who sleep with a night light are much more likely to develop myopia later in life. So myopia is an eye condition. Now the problem here is confusing correlation, meaning two items are correlated, they tend to happen together, with causation. So it's implying that sleeping with a nightlight causes children to develop myopia later in life. That is not really true. There is a correlation between children that sleep with a nightlight and children who develop myopia later on. But what, again, they failed to examine all of the relevant data is that this myopia is a genetic condition. So the parents have myopia, therefore they have an eye condition that causes them to not see well in the dark. Therefore, those parents are more likely to put a nightlight in their infant's room so they can see the infant when they go in to check on them in the middle of the night. It's not that the nightlight causes the myopia, it's that the genetic condition, the parents cause the myopia by passing that gene on to their child, and a side effect of that, so to speak, is that they'll commonly have a night light. So again, without examining all the data, we can't correctly confirm that something causes something else.